Definitely not modest enough yet. Look, I just saw it. In the green cup outside, I just saw it. A brown recluse spider. I'm looking at a picture of it right here. It looks like the spider. It's literally right on my patio. I was out there today doing something and did a big, well, it's not really big. It's a modestly sized brown recluse spider. It's literally right outside. If I just brought the cup in without saying hello, look, I would have had a brown recluse. They're poisonous. Oh my goodness, it has a necrotic venom. Wow. Yeah, I've been witness in my day. I've known about the consequences of the bite of the brown recluse. It's really ironic, it looks actually a lot more blonde than brown, especially if you see it in person. You don't want that mixing, right? You don't want to be blending any of that necrotic venom with any other. It's good enough on its own. Is that what I'm hearing? You want me to let it in? Huh? Did you send it yourself? Hey, thanks so much. Hey, listen, we seem to have a miscommunication here. We seem to have a miscommunication. So I understand that there was some questions about some events in 2015. Okay, what happened happened. But my concern is how they connect to this new information I just got about events around, what, 2010? And the date and time on them is very similar to some other problems. Not exactly with the plumbing, right? And insofar as that's the case, another concern that needs to be attended to is an understanding that I saw this thing, and I only saw it once, but I saw it at a very important time frame. See, somebody was doing some sort of cyber simulation. My understanding is it was training, a cybersecurity training, right? But it wasn't based in the United States, was it? And it was concerning companies that were based in another country, one that has a very different way about it that I understand. And in the course of that, I saw some information about a specific kind of medical project. Now, the ironic thing is this medical project was located at a facility that deals with members of the military, especially and including a specific person who had been in the reserves while he was also in public office, right? And so this project that this company, this foreign company had with this facility that works specifically with members of the military was very interesting to me. And that is why, if there were to be any determination that this information from 2015 or maybe 2010 might be something that there might be outstanding consideration of obligations in regards to, then the question asks, who's obligating to who? You understand? To whom is this obligation accorded? And I believe this is going to take some discussion in person, and it's going to take some sensibility, and it's going to take some acknowledgement. Now, I will say, as I'm sure you already know, and this is one of those things that is going to have to be acknowledged as well, that if there was, in fact, a specific timeline of events that needed to correlate in order for there to be a reconciliation, I have already acknowledged that I did something in absolute good faith that was not requited, and rather I was defrauded in a very significant manner that had implications for very, very many people. And in the course of being defrauded, my understanding is it was done concurrently to and used in abuse of the judicial process in my country, which it seems may well have been involved in abuses of judicial process in the country of concern. Now, it is worth mentioning, there have been, within the last 2 years, very significant prosecutions in this country regarding fraud and corruption. And this is why it's important to be direct and speak to each other in person. Now, if you're not liking my accent, I gotta tell you, already it's tried to change 4 times while I was speaking. And I'm insisting on keeping the one that I was greeted with. For some reason, I didn't realize my brown recluse spider apparently has an accent very much like this. I'm not gonna mess with that. I remember when that guy was in town. Remember when he was in Dallas? Summer 2018, you remember that one? And through the autumn? Remember what they said? They were very, very, very disappointed when they left. And my whole thing was like, I did not think that their intentions were as nefarious as the ones they were met by. And that's why they left in the way they did. And it was very, very unsatisfying for a variety of people. Right? It wasn't a video game, was it? I told you I knew it wasn't a video game. It would have behooved you to have been as honest with me as I was with you. I never ever had any disrespect for you. You're a powerful person, I wouldn't mess with you. But I would expect for you to recognize the kind of power you've attracted.